Hi, welcome back. So far, we have seen collection hierarchy, which means we have seen various kind of interfaces and collections in the collection hierarchy. Based on the need, we can work with various kind of interfaces and classes. One thing you have to observe commonly here, we can able to store values. We can able to store values, right? Fine. Then why they come across with the concept of map interface, right? That too they have separated with this collection hierarchy, right? So it is because of map interface is slightly different from the actual collection hierarchy. It is the way they are going to store the values. This is the main difference between this collection hierarchy and map interface. Then how it is going to store the values? It is going to store the values in the form of key value pairs. Key value pairs. For example, you have a requirement something like I want to store data in the form of something like how many apples are there in the home. There are 4 apples are there. How many bananas are there in the home? 5. Like if you want to maintain something like in the form of key value, I can go with the map interface. Okay, fine. So how we are going to declare the map interface means by simply using the interface name as map followed by data type of the key and values. What type of data type is key? Let me assume it as string. What type of data type as a value? Let me assume it as integer as per this particular example. For example, how many number of ones are there in the list? Let me say 9. How many number of 2's are there in the list? 8. Then what will be the key value pairs? Map, key is of type integer, value is of type integer. Like this, we can able to define the map interface. For this map interface, implementations implemented by HashMap, linked HashMap, and the tree map. Right? Let's see how HashMap is going to work. Guys, HashMap will store the data in the form of key value pairs, and internally it uses hash table as the data section, right? So hash table means it's going to have the default size as 16 buckets, 0, 1, 2 and so on 15. So total 16 buckets are there. Whenever I got some key k, it is going to apply some hash function, then it will generate some index. In the respective index position, it is going to store its value v2, v1, like that it is going to store, right? Now when it is trying to print its data, your data will be printed in the form of v1, v2 and so on. It is because of some hash function. Means this v1, v2 and so on, v1 may not be as like in the insertion order. That's why HashMap is going to produce unordered collection of elements. While explaining the concept of set, I have given clearly why you are going to get unordered collection. Right? Here also I have explained because of hash function, they are going to store in the different locations. When you are trying to print them, they are going to start from printing 0th index position. So that is the reason you are going to get unordered collection of elements. Now, can I store null values? If you want to store value as a null value, yes, it will be allowed any number of times. But can I allow it for the key? No, it will not be allowed because key is something like any key one which you have to find out something, right? When I am going to make it as a null one time, there is no problem. But can I allow it for another time? No, because it is duplicated, so it couldn't possible. One time it is allowed, but multiple times it is not allowed. Whereas coming to value, it can be allowed for multiple times. Okay, Fine. And one more important thing is this hash map is not thread shape. It is because of in a multiple thread environment, when multiple threads are trying to access the hash map, it may result in inconsistency. That's why we can say that is not thread safe. Okay, then how can we add the data into the hash map? We can able to add it with help of a method called put method. This is, so as I explained, this map is different from the collection. So there we are going to use the add method. Now here we are trying to use put method. Put method, what you have to do? You have to define key comma value. Right? Similarly, if you want to get the data, I can go for get method followed by what is the key, get of key. Similarly, if you want to remove it, you can go with the remove of key. Similarly, if I want to search for a particular thing, whether it exists or not, then what we can do? Basically, in the collections, we can have a method called contains method. Contains of some value if I pass, it is going to define whether it is going to exist or not. But here, we are not going to have directly contains method. We are going to have to check whether contains key or not. If I pass the key, then it will define whether this particular key is available or not. Similarly, contains value, whether a value is there or not, like that is going to define. Similarly, you can go with the is empty method is there, size method is there. You know, is empty method is meant for to check whether the map is empty or not. Size method is how many number of elements are there in the hash map. If you want to get all the keys, then we have a method called key set method, which will return all the keys in the given hash map. If you want to get all the values, then you have a method called values method, which you to produce all the values. What will the return type of the key set? Can anybody expect? Key set is a collection of keys, right? Those are all unique. So its return type is set of keys data type. What about the values? Values will be collection data type, because values can be a duplicate also. Hope you understood clearly, right? So for all these things, let's dive into the example and we'll try to check the practical oriented approach. Okay, fine. So how we are going to create a hash map? First, we'll try to import the map of what is the key. Let me take key as string and value as of type integer. Data equal to, how we are going to implement the map? So one way using hash. Okay, fine. Then if I want to add the data dot put of string key comma value. So let me call it as apple. How many elements are there? Total. How many apples are there? Total 5 apples are there. Data dot put of banana. Assume that 4 will be there. Data dot put of guava. Six will be there. Now, if I want to print them, I can print it. If I run it, you will get the output in some key value. Observe, banana equal to 4, apple equal to 5, guava equal to 6. Have you observed the way we have inserted the data? Have you got the output in the same order? No. This is what you can call it as unordered collection of elements. We can't guarantee in which order they are going to get the output. Okay, fine. Can I allow duplicate keys? Data dot put of guava. I can give as something like 7. Observe, are you going to get an error or are you going to get something? You are not going to get error. Instead, is going to get updated. Guava value is going to update with the 7, right? Which means that when you are trying to use the put method, this will act as update method. Okay, can I allow duplicate values? Data dot put off, let me say Java. Can I say 5? Yes, I can allow duplicate values, there is no problem, but I cannot allow duplicate values. Even if I allow duplicate keys, it will be overridden. Okay, fine. What about the null values? Can I use it? In place of this 5, can I use the null? Yes, happily I can use null because it is empty, nothing. Can I allow duplicate null values? Yes, I can be allow. But the question is, can I go with here null? Yes, happily we can go. But can I allow more than one null value? No, it will cry. Because, sorry, it is going to be overridden, that's it. Right? So, null values are going, so it is going to be updated, right? Just now I said. This null comma, null is a kind of a key, that null key is going to be overridden with the value 7. Okay, so I want to get the data. Then data dot get of what is the data I want to get? For example, banana. You are going to get the output as null, empty it is there, right? Yes. Similarly, you can able to perform remove. When you are going to remove, it is going to return total number of the value of, instead of banana, I'll go with the apple. And then finally I'm trying to print it, data. If I run it, observe here, obviously you get the value as banana is empty, apples are total 5, and the total data I am going to print. In the total data, I have to remove the apple because we have used a method called remove method here. Fine. Similarly, if you want to search whether a particular key is there or not, for that you have to go with the contains key. Data dot contains key is there or not. What is the key I want to search? I want to search apple key. Is the apple key is there? No. Apple's key is not there. Right? So what is the output you are expecting? Here you are expecting as false because we have removed here. If I run it, yes, it is false. Similarly, you can check for contains value, whether a particular value exists or not. I want to say it has 7. Now your result will be true. Your result will be true. Similarly, you can check whether it is going to be empty or not. Data dot is empty. The result is going to be true because the map is not empty. You can find out the size of the map using the, sorry, it is going to be false, right? Is empty, it is false, so the result is false. Similarly, you can go with the size. If you want to get the keys, only keys, then I can go with a method called data dot key set. It is going to print all the keys. All the keys. What is the written type of it? Try to observe. Control X. Let me go with this one. Control 1, assign statements to local variable set of, because key contains what? Unique values. As it contains unique values, I can have the interface called set interface. I cannot use the collection interface. If I use the collection interface, it will throw an error. Similarly, data dot values. What will be the written type? Collection interface. Observe. Collection interface. Hope you understood clearly, right? So like this, we can able to work with this map interface. Okay. Then what about the other kind of things like linked hash map? See, the linked hash map is same as linked hash, right? So why linked hash set comes into the picture when we are going to have hash set inter method class? It is because in hash set we are not going to get the data in the form of as per insertion order. As per insertion order, we are not getting the data, right? That is the reason. If you want to get as per the insertion order, we'll go with the hash set. Similarly, when we go for linked hash set, if you want to get the data as per the insertion order, then I can go for linked hash map. That's a simple difference. So here I can go with the linked hash map. Okay, fine. So I will try to make all these as comment, and I will try to get the data, right? What thing you have to expect? Apple, banana, null and Java, as like in the same order. Apple, banana, null and Java. But coming to the earlier one, if you are going to use hash map directly, you will get the output in the zigzag order. Observe, banana, apple, Java and null. But we have to have actually null and Java. Hope you understood clearly, right? Fine. The next one is you have to go with the tree map. So tree map is same as like tree set. Why you got the tree set? It is because of sometimes you have to maintain the insertion of the elements in some certain set of sorted order. So the sorted order generally follows natural order, right? If you want to customize it, you can able to customize also. The same thing here also happen. Tree map is introduced to make your elements in certain sorted order based on keys. Then I can go for tree map. For example, instead of going for linked hash map, I will try to go with the tree map, right? So if I am going to run it, observe, you are going to get apple, banana, Java and null, right? Alphabet order, it's going to start A, B and J and then N. If I give something like data dot put of hi, comma, let me take it, leave it as null. If I run it, you will get after J, before J and after banana, right? Because it is going to maintain some sorted order. So on strings, on keys, it is going to perform some natural sorting and you are going to get data. If you want to customize it, you can able to customize it by passing in the constructors, right? So this is what all about the concept of map interface. In the next video, we'll try to analyze how we are going to traverse the hash map. Okay, hope I understood this concept clearly. Thank you.